A very good evening to everyone present here. I, Olivia Joshua J., would like to start this knowledge session on interview communication and etiquettes. Effective interview communication and etiquette are essential for making a positive impression on potential employers. To prepare, research the company, dress appropriately, and practice your responses to common questions using the STAR method. During the interview, arrive on time, maintain eye contact, listen actively, and speak clearly, confidently, while being polite and respectful. It is important to ask thoughtful questions that demonstrate your interest in the role and company culture. These are just some of the principles you can showcase your professionalism and enhance your chances of success. SEMS Welfare Foundation, a registered non-profit organization, is dedicated to social impact across various sectors. We focus on education, particularly skill development and entrepreneurship. Through our initiative DigiSaksham, we have created training programs in IT, finance, retail, and entrepreneurship, impacting over 6,000 individuals. We are currently upskilling inmates in Haryana jails and collaborating with universities and colleges. We've also partnered with banks to place over 1,500 candidates in jobs. In just a short time, SEMS has established itself as a force for positive change, equipping individuals with skills for employment and promoting women's leadership in various industries. This session is collaboratively organized by DigiSamaksh. DigiSamaksh is a company that empowers business through data and technology. We offer a wide range of services including IT, software, data science, research, consultancy, data analytics, and marketing. About the speaker, please join me in welcoming Dr. Garima Diwan, Guest Assistant Professor English. She completed her MA in English from PTRSSU Raipur, awarded PhD in English Literature 2021 in a study of value dynamics in the literary works of Amitav Ghosh. She has also trained students in communicative English and soft skill. She has a distinguished record of contributing articles and international journals. She has a distinguished record of contributing articles to the national and international journals. She is a dedicated partner to university programs and outreach events that help to promote learning support to the community. With her skills in analysis, research, and critical thinking, she guides scholars in language useful for their PhD pursuits. She developed instructional contents during COVID-19 pandemic period. She has attended more than 900 FDP seminars and webinars during COVID-19. She has authored 3 books and given her contribution in book chapters. She has been awarded Best Awards 2023. She is the member of editorial board. She is also the member of board of management. Ma'am, over to you for the rest.
Thank you so much, Olivia, ma'am. Thank you, the organizers, and thank you, Sam, for giving me this opportunity so that I could be with the participants and to deliver in such a beautiful topic that is a very common topic. But rarely we see that people face a lot of hesitations and lot of dilemmas in their mind while preparing for the interview, when they are going for interview, and what they have to communicate and what are the etiquettes that we have to follow during our interview. It is a very simple process that for interview we have to present ourselves, we have to reflect our personality, we have to reflect our body language in such a manner that with the help of our knowledge skills also, and with the help of our personality, body language, in everything, which as it is said as the first impression gives the last impression. So in interview skills, or we can say that in interview and etiquette, we just have to focus on the certain things. So as my first slide, is it visible to all of you? That first we will go with the introduction. Why are communications and etiquette crucial in interviews? First impression matters or not? Second, communication skills are highly valued by the employers. Proper etiquettes shows professionalism. So these are the certain questions which come in our mind when we used to go for our interview along with our certain kind of preparation. Can I have the next slide? Now, first we will see what is etiquette. Before defining or before going through the etiquette, I would like to speak about interview communication. Interview communication refers to the exchange of information between the interviewer and the interviewee during an interview process. It involves verbal along with non-verbal communication where the goal is to assess the candidate's qualification, skills, personality, and if so, the candidate is fit for the particular post or not. So it is very important that we have to focus on our verbal communication as well as our non-verbal communication also. Now, next here, as it is being seen, etiquette, which we defined as etiquette, can be defined simply as the grand set of good manners. We all know that we are having the mannerism. We always talk about the professionalism. We always teach our students. We always teach our kids also in our home that certain are the things of etiquettes. You should have the etiquette. But still, as we are growing up, we forget our etiquettes also. So etiquette can be, if in a very simple line, if I would go, it means simply as the grand set of good manners which we have to reflect through our personality also. Next here it is visible as etiquette is a language used to relate your respect and consideration to others. We can also say that etiquette is a kind of a language which we always try to show to the people that how much we respect and how much we get from the people or what we want to give to the particular people. Can I have the next slide, please? So here are the interview etiquettes, which today's our particular topic is. First of all, we have to keep in our mind that we have to, if we are being called for the interview, we have to arrive at the particular time. We should not be delay that okay, the interviewer can wait. We will reach on the particular time. That should not be accepted. Second, dress appropriately. As the what for which of the post you're going for, you have to go with your the dress sense also. You have to comfort with your dress also. You should have been appropriately dressed up. Be polite and respectful. It is a very important point that we have to keep in our mind that if we want to earn respect from others, it is more necessary that we should have first we should have to give respect to others also. So it is the important thing that always no in while going to the interview, as we are reaching to the particular destination, we have to be very polite. We have to talk in a very soft language with the people and in a very respectful manner. Follow up with a thank you note. Always remember that whenever we are talking with any of the people, whether he or she is in a higher post or he is belonging to any of the post, we should always have to follow our sentences with a thank you note. Next, preparation before the interview. It is one of the most important thing that we just ignore about the things we can say, or I can also say that we take it in a very easy manner that what okay, we will go for the interview, we know all the things, we are about preparation, certain things are there. So first we have to find out about the company, research. We have to study about the company for which the post I am going, of which the company I could have the complete knowledge about the company, that the establishment of the company has having the following sectors, and the whole things, the whole information which we are to be known by known of the company. Understand the job role for which of the particular post you are going for the interview. It is very necessary necessary that what is the particular role of the particular post, and if you might be getting how you could have handled, we should have the knowledge of that things also. Prepare answer to common questions. Sometimes it happens that to a silly questions we are unable to answer. It is more necessary that before going to the interview, it is one of the most important preparation that we common things we have to prepare. As for example, the things can be asked that the sun rises from. As for example, we should have prepared from for the certain common questions. Enter the interviewer's cabin with confidence. Confidence is that thing that we should not be converted into our overconfidence. We should, when we are entering to the interviewer's cabin, it means we have the confidence that I am having the knowledge of all the things, but it should not be converted into your overconfidence. Treat other people you encounter with courtesy and respect also. Do it is very necessary that if we are talking with the other people as they have also came for the interview, it is more necessary to by our side that we have to focus on that how we can give respect to the people, and how we can talking with the people also. Then it comes to their opinions of you might be solicited during hiring decisions. Whatever the decisions might be, or whatever the hiring decisions might be, their opinions we have to take in a positive manner. We should not be disappointed with the decisions of the hiring sections. Practice mock interviews. As we know that today, when we used to have preparations for the certain competitive exams, we are going to the mock test and the quiz. In the same manner, we should have to practice the certain mock interviews also before going for the interview. It is one of the most important things that this we have to keep in our mind. That means we could have a perfect interview. Meeting and greeting. Next is our meeting and greeting. Who introduces you? When we are meeting to a people, it means who introduces you. It is a very common thing that who is introducing you, and with the how the enthusiasm. Traditionally, a man is always introduced to a woman, not necessarily in the business. When we are in the business meetings, when we are in the business interviews, it is not commonly we used to see that a man always introduces to a woman, but it is not necessary in the business aspect of interview, or in the it is not necessary in the business part also. Highest person of rank is mentioned first. Remember, big may I introduce small. It is a very beautiful line. It has been mentioned here as highest person of rank is mentioned first. Always we have to keep in our mind that we have to introduce, or we have to give respect to the higher rank of the person. A younger person is always introduced to an older person. We all know that one who is the younger person, one who is the youngest one, is always introduced to an older person. It is helpful to include the to the person's title. We all know that it will be very helpful when we are introducing to an older person. Always state your name before introducing to someone. When we are introducing to someone, we always have to introduce ourselves by our name. That is more important that we when we are meeting to a person, or when we are greeting to a person. Next slide, please.
We are working towards transformation of human resources into socially responsible engineering professionals.
The proper handshake. It is one of the most important thing that the proper handshake is plays an important role in our interview. First, firm but not bone crushing. Last about 3 seconds. Okay, what it is being said as when we used to have handshakes with the people, it should last about 3 seconds, but it should not be firm. It should not be bone crushing to our people. Maybe pumped one or twice from the elbow. We know that it can be in a very firm way, in a pumped way. One or twice we can have the shaking of the hands is released after the shake, even if the introduction continues. Okay, if we want, if we are handshaking with a person, even if the introduction continues, it is released after the shake. Includes good eye contact with the other person. Having a good eye contact reflects your confidence. That means we should have the eye contact with the other person to whom we are meeting. We are shaking hand and we are introducing or we are greeting to the people. It is more important that we should have the eye contact, and we should meet a person with a beautiful smile, with a image of confidence on your face. Next, we will go through the communication during the interview. Communication, as we can see, that verbal communication, it includes of speak clearly and confidently. Whatever we want to speak, whatever things we are aware of, the whatever the things we are knowing, that we should have to speak in a very clear manner and in a very confident manner. That we should not be hesitating while giving the interview, or while delivering the aspect, or we can say that the context also. We should have a active listener also. When we are when another person is listening to us, it is more important for us also, that we should also listen to the person also. So means when we are going for an interview, or when we are having the communication during our interview, it is more important that we should have the quality of listening also. We should have the quality of active listening. That means we should listen to the parts, or we should listen to the context what the person is speaking, because in that particular line there should be the most important things which we have to get through our interview. Be honest and authentic. What you are saying, it should be honest, because if we are hiding that thing today while giving the interview, that means we have to face it on the future things. So whenever we are talking about, we should tell the truth things, we should tell the true things to the interviewer. Ask for clarification if you don't understand a question. Don't hesitate for the things if you are not getting the questions. If you are unable to listen, if you are feeling hesitation, then if you are not getting the question, or you are not getting the sentence of the interview, it is more important that you can ask to the interviewer. Don't hesitate for the clarification. Maintain a good body language. Good body language means do not shake your foot, do not nod your head without getting the sentences of the interview, do not bite your nails. Certain things are there that we have to keep our body language in a very perfect maintained. Make eye contact. It is one of the important things which I have already told, that it is more necessary to show your confidence. Manage nervousness. It is a very common factor for a human being, that a person feels nervous when he or she is going to face any of the new thing, or we can say that the things are happening in their common life, but still whenever it is being asked that tomorrow the examination is, tomorrow the interview will be, or tomorrow the presentation will be, a person feels nervous. So that is up to us, that how we are maintaining our nervousness. We won't have to reflect it on our face. We won't have to tell a person that I'm nervous, I'm feeling bit disappointed, I am being afraid of the things. That should not be reflected on your body, on your face also. Reinforce your professionalism and your ability to communicate effectively by speaking clearly and avoiding and slang. You won't have to use certain words as today in our social sites chats. We are using the slang words, or you can say that if we are not taking interest, we are giving we are not interested to listen the person's talk. We are not interested to communicate with the person. That means we all have to avoid these things while going for the interview or while communicating for the interview. Exhibit a positive attitude. Your attitude, your behavior reflects your personality. That's why it is necessary that when you are talking for the interview, when you are communicating with the interviewer, it means it is more important that you have to show your positive attitude, that you are kind of a person that can work in an atmosphere, in a lot of burdens of work. Even you are having the ability to maintain the teamwork. How you can possess all these things, these are the things which are very important that you should have to keep in your mind while giving your interview and while having the communication with the interviewer. Second, if we will go through the do's and don'ts of interview. So, smile. Having a common smile at your face is a good thing. It gives a positive attitude to the interviewer. By simply passing on smile, seeing everyone, and if interviewer is talking, interviewer is trying to communicate with you, and you are simply we are passing smile, that is not a good behavior. It gives a negative mark on your interview. So sorry, it's a thing, but we can also say that a smile reflects our personality. Smile gives a positive attitude to our personality and to the interviewer also. So first thing we have to keep in our mind is that we have to keep a beautiful smile at our face. Be enthusiastic. We have to keep a positive mind. We should not be, as we have to wait a long time also, but we won't have to lose our patience. We have to wait with patience, because it is a kind of a tactics that the interviewer might be testing your patience level. Ask thoughtful question. If you are having some thoughtful questions, you are having the skillful questions about the company, about the post, about certain things, any of the things that you can ask to the interview with enthusiasm by keeping an interested. It is more necessary that you are involving to the company. You are keenly interested to being get selected for the post. We should have to show in our communication expression. Our expression matters a lot, whether we are tired, whether we are frustrated, whether we are exhausted, but still we won't have to show that we are feeling such things. We have to give a very good expression to the interviewer, so that the interviewer may get a positive vibes while seeing our expression. As expression plays a very important role in our also. If we have more than one person interviewing you at once, make sure you briefly address with people with your gaze without looking like a tennis spectator, and return your attention to the person who has asked you a question. If the group of people group of interviewers are taking your interview, it is more necessary that you won't have to focus on that thing, that who the person has asked you the question, and while looking at him or her, you only have to answer. You have to make an atmosphere, you have to make create an environment that you are able to answer, you are able to compel all the people with your interview answer. So these are the certain things that we have to do while our interview. Now if we have do's, then we have don'ts also. Rub the back of your head and neck, as it is a common feature of a human being, that when the person is getting bored, or when the person is feeling nervous, disappointed, afraid, or after a long time of wait, the man is frustrated from the certain things, the person used to rub his back of head, or his neck. It is a negative sign that you're showing on your interview. You won't have to do that. Don't have to speak about your past experience, because every company's employers, HRs, and the interviewers who else are taking your interview are co-connected with each other. That's why it is more important that if you are leaving a company, or if you are leaving an organization and moving to another organization, then it is not the good thing that you have to speak negative aspects about the past experiences. Whatever the experience you might have learned in your last institution, in the previous institution, that is that you have learned from that institution. To be casual, to be very formal with the people, to be very formal with the interviewer. Don't try to be more open with the interviewer. Give answers in the certain points that you are answerable. Second, we can go through, then you won't have to touch or rub your nose or your eyes, or you have to bite your nails. This is a sign of negativity, which gives a negative impact to the interviewer also. So rubbing of nose, touching of nose, and sit your arms folded across your chest. We won't have to sit as the arms folded to our chest, because it is showing the sign of uh, proud, the sign of ego in yourself. Cross your legs and ideally shake one over the other. You won't have to cross your legs, and won't have to shake one over the other. Lean your body towards the door. You won't have to lean your body in front of the interviewer, or you won't have to lean your body towards the chair. Stare blankly, as you are not knowing about the things, that today you are having the interview, someone is going to take your interview. As you are not aware about the things, you won't have to pretend in this manner. You have to show your positive attitudes to the interviewer. Then you won't have to bite your nails, or you won't have to play with your hairs, or we can also say that you won't have to bite your lips also. Then as for examples we used to do, you won't have to clear your throat repeatedly, as you are having some sort of hoarseness, or we can say that restrictions on your throat. You won't have to pretend as you are clearing your throat again and again. You are asking for the water again and again. You are asking to go for the washroom again and again. These are the certain things that you won't have to do while sitting in front of the interviewer. Then put your hands on your pocket. Putting your hands on your pocket, and while tapping your foot, it is a sign of a low confidence that you are showing to the interview. So these are the certain things that we have to avoid while going for the interview, or when we are sitting in front of the interviewer. we were. As we won't have to bite our nails, we won't have to play with our hairs, we won't have to knuckle our fingers, we won't have to cross the leg, we won't have to lean in front of the interviewer. We have to reflect our personality, we have to present our personality, that the positive vibe should be passed on to the interviewer when we are giving interview. Next slide, please. Then most of the important things that we used to avoid, we used to ignore. We prepare for the interview, we go for the interview, we keep in our mind that what we have to do while the interview, what we won't have to do during the interview, but after the interview, which is a very common thing, which shows our mannerism, which shows our etiquette, we used to forget that, or we can say that we used to avoid that. So shake each interviewer's hand and thank interviewer by name, which is one of the important thing that is earlier we have discussed. Then when we are having interview, when a group of people are taking our interview, it means after the completion of your interview, it is more important that you have to shake hands with all the interviewers who were taking your interview, and thank each one of the interviewer with their name also, because it also gives positive impact, and it tells the interviewer in that the person was listening you carefully, as if you will call each interviewer with, or you will thank each interviewer with their name. They will be happily, and that will be getting a positive impact in their mind, that while you are listening to their names, it means you are concentrating on the name of the people, and you are keenly interested to get the post in the particular company. Send a thank you note, not an email. We usually do that we send a thanks note by an email as soon as the interview is possible. Okay, so we have to send a thank you note with a letter written by hand, that gives a good impression while we are presenting ourselves, that the person gets the time, gets in their mind that the person was was interested, was knowing about the etiquettes and knowing about the mannerism, professionalism, that they have served with a thank you note in the written form. Let's go off to the negatives. It is one of the let's go off to the negative. It is one of the important thing. If you feel you have said or done during the interview which you would rather have not, just let it go. If you might be having any regret of the things, or we might have been feeling that the certain sentences, certain words would not be used in the during my interview, but if you have used certain words, then you won't have to keep in your mind. You have to just you have to try to forget the word, and you have to keep in your mind that it should be not repeated. If you might have been going for the another interview. It is one of the important thing that just we have to think with the positive vibe, we have to think the positive things, so that we can get the positive aspects also. Last but not the least, as conclusion, we comes to an analysis, we comes to an ending. As prepare thoroughly, it is one of the most important thing, that for any of the thing, while going for a office, or we can say that while going to sleep, while going to read a book, while to deliver a lecture in the classroom, while to play with your kid. We used to have the earlier preparation. the same thing it is also when we are going for the interview or when we are preparing for the interview. So it is more necessary that keeping the certain things, what we have to do, what we won't have to do after the interview, what we have to talk, how we have to behave, that all the things we have to prepare thoroughly, because it should not be done for the one day only. It should be kept in our mind for the particular time. Communicate effectively, which is one of the most important thing. Our communication reflects our personality. Our communication reflects the mindset of ours. So it is more important that how a peep can be affected, can be taking interest to our communication. A person wants to talk to me, a person wants to listen to me. How is it possible? When we could have the way of communication in a very effective way. It is more important things. Observe professional etiquettes. It is necessary that for building ourselves, for building our personality, it is more necessary that we have to bring with our observation of the professional etiquettes. We have to learn about the dining table dining table manners. We have to learn about that, how we have to greet and meet a people, how we have to behave in our office, how we have to write a letter, how we have to talk with a higher authority, and how we have to talk with a person who is belonging to the lower post also. So these are the certain things that we have to keep in our mind while giving for the interview. So this is all about interview communication and etiquettes. This is all about the presentation. I could hope that this presentation might help you in future while going for the interview, and while talking with the people, while communicating with the people. And last but not the least, our communication plays an important role in our professionalism as well as in our personal life also. So we have to build ourselves each and every second. It is not the thing that we have to start preparing when the day when we are going for an interview. It is more important that step by step we should have the preparation. We should try to build our personality. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am. If the participants have any questions, please feel free to turn on your mic and ask ma'am. Any questions? On behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to sincerely thank Dr. Garima Diwan, our outstanding speaker today. We had the chance to hear a fascinating and thought provoking conversation about interview communication and etiquettes. Through her remarkable ability to convey information, Dr. Garima Diwan left us with insightful discoveries and motivational concepts. Her engaging lecture enthralled us and motivated us. Key takeaways: etiquette can be defined simply as a grand set of good manners. Etiquette is a language used to relate your respect and consideration to others. Interview etiquettes: arrive on time, dress appropriately, be polite and respectful, follow up with a thank you note. Preparation before the interview: research the company, understand the job role, prepare answers to common questions, enter the interviewer's cabin with confidence. Treat other people you encounter with courtesy and respect. Practice mock interviews. Meeting and greeting. Traditionally, a man is always introduced to a woman, not necessarily in business. Highest person of rank is mentioned first. A younger person is always introduced to an older person. Communication during the interview. Speak clearly and confidently. Active listening. Be honest and authentic. Maintain good body language. Make eye contact. Manage nervousness. Exhibit a positive attitude. After the interview, shake each interviewer's hand and thank each interviewer by name. Let go of the negatives. Send a thank you note as soon as the interview is over. In today's webinar, you can reach us by phone or email if you have any more questions. We are pleased to offer you further assistance.